everybody, we are welcome to Sam Jose. I'm Sam and this is
Jose.
And today we are at the Henry P. Plant Museum here in Tampa, Florida, in what used to be the old Tampa Bay Hotel. Yep. This building is now part of the University of Tampa here in downtown Tampa, and as you can see, it is a Moorish Revival architectural style. This is only one wing of it. You can see the whole building back this way. It's a beautiful building built late 1800s, early 1900s circa, and was built by Henry Plant, who had purchased a lot of railroads. We're going to go inside and quickly just take a look at some of the great history that they have inside, some artifacts. We did some research online. We're pretty excited to go in and see what they have.
I want to go up there.
Go up to the top.
I don't think I'll be able to, but I want to go up there.
Yeah, man. Gosh, it's such a beautiful building. Architecturally, it's really intriguing. And at the time, it was like a mixture of different styles that people weren't sure how it would look once it was built, but it really works and is still one of the most stunning buildings here in Tampa. Let's do it.
Go.
This is the writing and reading room, and it's one of the most intact rooms here at the museum. It was for gentlemen only, and so women had a separate room across the hallway, and here by the mantelpiece, or the right here is another door, and this door would take them downstairs, and downstairs there was parlors, places for games, for the women, hair salons, that type of stuff. Pretty interesting. Lots of great woodwork around the windows. Just really pretty. The museum does have an audio tour that you can download on your phone, and inside the rooms are different numbers that are indicated in different locations. For example, we've got this one over here right under this painting of the Tampa Bay Hotel, and you can see the number down there, which corresponds with a number on the app. So like you can just select the number, and it's got an audio tour that kind of walks you through and gives you a lot of great information. We've got a great just overlay of Black history in the area, and it talks about things like Booker T. Washington in this exhibit, and the Black community in the area around the time of the building of the hotel and in the early 1900s. Definitely probably two different worlds at the time. You've got the wealthy coming in for the hotel and the pleasure, and it would be interesting to see how many got to actually enjoy the hotel, huh? Now, Henry Plant purchased a lot of the railroads after the Civil War, and he was able to combine them, and to encourage people to ride his trains, he built some hotels, including this one. And they were all along these lines. And so he was a huge figure as far as getting the railroads together in Florida. In this room, you can learn a little bit more about him. I am always of the mindset that these men were great, but I do think that to a certain degree they were opportunists and then took advantage of other people. Flagler was the same way.
I can tell how this is.
Yep. They disproportionately take out of the system more than they put into it. and they get praised for it, or they did. But the heritage is cool, and at least we get to see some of the cool stuff nowadays. As it continues, there's more and more little exhibits showcasing different aspects of the hotel and life at the time. You can see different types of furnishing, and there's historical, through the app and through plaques, talk about how these furnishings, these art pieces and whatnot came to be. This was news to me because when I was growing up, my grandpa brought back from, before I was born even, my grandfather bought a whole bunch of these from Japan. And each of my mom's siblings got one. My mom has one as well. And we thought it was just a decorative piece, but what I didn't realize was it's a garden seat. So these type of ceramics used to be in gardens, so you could sit and enjoy the gardens. And in this room, there was a whole bunch of them that used to be original to the hotel. And they're all on display. Something that is an Asian tradition that was brought over and was no longer in use today. I had no idea, wow.
Hey, Jose here. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can join us in all of our adventures. Welcome to San Jose.
Some of the hotel's best rooms were here on the first floor, and this is what we call a parlor suite. So it has outside doors, so the people who rented this suite could have their own access without having to come in through the main lobby. So, and then there would be a series of rooms, like a parlor, the sleeping room, the sitting room, or another space. So this is all part of like one suite. Pretty interesting. I think there's another one through here. So this would have been a suite as well, although it's just used for museum space. And it looks like there's also a stairway down here that would have taken guests up to the upper levels.
So we just finished up inside the Henry B. Plant Museum here in Tampa, Florida, which is in the HB Plant building, part of the University of Tampa, here in Tampa, Florida. This did used to be the hotel, but you only get to see a little bit of a section of the hotel as part of the museum itself. If there aren't other things going on inside the building, they do say that you can go in and kind of take a look at some of the historical areas on the first floor. It is an operating university, so just be aware of that. You can't necessarily just wander wherever you want.
This is a great museum. It's got a great audio tour, which is like listening to a Ken Burns documentary. It had a lot of history. And the great thing for me when I look at these type of historical places is this is history for the wealthy. It's very much history of people that most people did not live this way. They did not get an opportunity to experience these type of facilities. So it's really interesting to step in and see basically the history that was recorded, and then understanding that the other side of history was not necessarily recorded. And I love going into museums like this because it reminds me that we live in a day and age right now with technology where we can document our lives as regular, everyday working citizens or people, and it gets documented and sent out into the world. And before the age of information and technology, we just weren't able to do that as everyday humans. And so that's one thing that I love about these type of museums, is it helps connect us with history in a way that showcases what it may have been like for only a certain portion of the population. So there you go. Yeah. So thank you for joining us. You have a great day. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.